San Francisco spent millions of dollars cleaning up the streets during the recent APEC summit, but just weeks after the news crews and the extra police left, the homeless and the problems came back, along with the needles, the trash, and human waste. It has left many residents of San Francisco wondering if the cleanup was just for show. Let's bring in Michael Shellenberger, Environmental Progress President and the author of San Francisco. It's good to have you in the studio today.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me, Tom.
So we wonder, was it just for show? Remember when Gavin Newsom said this back in the middle of November? Listen here.
San Francisco, don't count yourself out. This city, this state is resilient. I'm really proud of what's been happening here, and I'm so excited about showing this off to 21 fancy foreign leaders from around the world, tens of thousands of people that are going to come in and wonder what the hell Fox News has been talking about all these years.
So they cleaned it up and looked great. Our Peter Ducey was there saying you could eat off the sidewalk, but if you were to eat off the sidewalk now, it might be dog poop.
Yeah, I mean, he almost admitted it. He said, is it just for show and, to people to see? I mean, it was basically acknowledging it. I think people have become so cynical. I mean, that's the thing that worries me, is that people start to lose hope in anything, really. And it's shocking because the governor of California is a very powerful person. He has huge amounts of resources at his disposal, and he's the one that's actually is needed to provide the leadership that the city needs. They can be able to provide shelter and medicine to people that come into San Francisco. In many parts of California, he could have that authority. That's what other states do. He hasn't done that. He just seeks to blame outsiders, Fox News or Governor DeSantis, for the various problems.
All right, here's what else he said about cleaning up the streets of San Francisco for APEC. Listen here to this.
Anytime you put on an event, by definition, you have people over your house, you're going to clean up the house. You're going to make sure the kids, make their beds, take the socks, let's put them in the drawer.
Aunt Effie and Uncle Harry are coming over, kids, clean up the house. But is he saying, by saying that, essentially, we care more about what world leaders think than what residents and people who are paying taxes think?
That's absolutely what he's saying. And you have to remember, we pay the highest taxes in the entire country in California. So, we have a huge income tax, huge sales tax. We have a huge tech industry in San Francisco and California. We have plenty of resources. In fact, all of the spending is a reason we have these problems. They're subsidizing addiction. They literally pay people to be homeless in San Francisco, and that's the underlying problem to it, and that there's no discipline, there's no law enforcement, and there's no mandating of the treatment that people with mental illness and drug addiction need in order to get into recovery.
Yeah, I want to go to call for number 4 here, because we came across some extraordinary video. This is a fellow who owns a consignment store in San Francisco. It was scoped out by thieves who then came in, and just before they went to crash through with hammers and axes, a jewelry case, he pulls out his .38 revolver pistol and points it at them, and then you can see them scrambling as they take off and they get in cars, just as a police officer pulls up and chases them down the street. I think they still managed to get away. Yeah. But, this is the glorious, fabulous, shining city on a hill that Gavin Newsom was talking about for the APEC conference, and you got people who own consignment stores having to pull guns on these guys so that they didn't rob them blind.
Well, and then you have the governor out there constantly moralizing against gun ownership and attacking states that have higher rates of gun ownership, claiming that California is the best when it comes to it. But he's created such a desperate situation that he's left homeowners and property owners with little other choice than to be able to arm themselves to protect themselves against home invasions, store invasions. It's really, truly lawlessness right now.
I mean, luckily, it seems that those thieves did not have weapons, or at least if they did, they didn't pull them. But something like that could end up in a shootout, but you've got to protect yourself.
Absolutely, and we're 540 police officers short in San Francisco, and there's been new calls to cut the police budget even more.
All right. Michael, it's great to see you.
Good to be with you,
We'll see if these problems ever get worked out. Not holding my breath, though.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.